I'm Sage Monroe, 31, professional ghost of my own childhood. In our tidy Cleveland suburb, I was the kid who ironed her own uniforms, who babysat Logan so mom could drive him to travel hockey at 4 a.m., who used her Starbucks tips to pay the electric bill when dad's, sure thing, side hustle tanked. I learned that needing nothing was the only way to survive being needed for everything. Theo crashed into my life 18 months ago at a used bookstore. I was hunting for tax code loopholes. He was pretending to read poetry while stealing glances. He wore scuffed boots, drove a dented Tacoma, and paid for my coffee with crumpled singles. He never mentioned the AI logistics company he'd sold to FedEx for low nine figures at 29. He just listened like my sentences mattered, remembered how I take my tea, and kissed me like I was the only person in the room. When he proposed on a random Tuesday with a ring he'd hidden in a library book, I said yes before he finished the question. We wanted simple. Autumn barn, string lights, maybe 80 people, pie instead of cake. My parents had sworn since I was 12 that each kid got $40,000 for their wedding, equal across the board. I never counted on it, but I believed it existed. Then came Sunday roast. Logan, 27 going on 17, grinning about ice luges shaped like hockey sticks and a private Post Malone concert. Dad's casual announcement. Mom's nod like it was already decided in heaven. Logan didn't even look guilty. He just raised his glass for a toast to the best brother gift ever. I felt the familiar shrink begin, the one I'd perfected since middle school. But Theo stood up so smoothly the table didn't realize the temperature had changed. He unlocked his phone, slid it across the oak toward Dad. A Bloomberg profile lit the screen. Theo called her, 31, exits Routewise AI for $240 million. Mom actually dropped her napkin. Dad's mouth opened, closed, opened again. Logan tried a smirk that died halfway. Theo's voice stayed Sunday dinner polite. Let me make sure I understand. You took money you promised Sage since she was 12, money she never once asked you to spend, and you gave it to Logan because Vegas? Dad recovered first, bluster rising. We didn't know you were loaded. Theo finished. Exactly. You didn't know because Sage wanted you to love me, not my bank account. Turns out you don't love hers either. He never raised his voice. He didn't need to. You have 10 days to return every dollar. After that, the paper trail of every time you borrowed from her college fund, her car fund, and now this goes to every cousin, every church group, every fantasy hockey dad in this zip code. Your choice. I finally spoke. My words came out steady, almost kind. I spent 31 years making myself small enough to fit into the space you left for me. Today I'm done folding. I looked at Logan. Enjoy Vegas. Try not to lose yourself at the tables. You already cashed in the only sister you had. We left before dessert. 8 days later, $40,000 hit my account.
Sender. Dad.
Memo line blank. I wired it the same day to an organization that pays for weddings of kids aging out of foster care, kids who've never been anyone's priority. Our wedding was 65 people in a wildflower meadow outside Akron. Theo wore the same scuffed boots. I walked myself down the aisle to a song my dad never learned the words to. My parents weren't on the guest list. Logan sent a text the night before. Can we talk? I left him on read. Some nights Theo and I sit on our new porch counting stars instead of slights. He still pays for coffee with crumpled singles sometimes, just to watch me smile. If you've ever been the low-maintenance kid, the one they loved less because you made it easy to love you less, listen close. Your silence wasn't weakness. It was the runway you built while they weren't looking. One day you'll take off, and the people who clipped your wings will only see the contrail. Drop your city if you've ever turned your fine into your freedom. We're out here living louder than they ever let us dream.